Close enough. Here's the next step. We need to wrap it all up, and we'll do it with one little sentence that goes like this. And then you would earn an extra 100 pounds a month, period. And then you'd earn an extra 100 pounds a month. Everybody got that? Well, now it's time for the close. How many people here are a little bit uncomfortable closing? Yeah, we're uncomfortable closing for a couple reasons. First reason is this. How many people here have ever talked and just hope they volunteer? Sound familiar? Yeah. Reason we do that is we're thinking, oh, if I ask them to join or buy right now, they might say no, I'll feel rejected. And what if I left something out? What if I didn't put something in that would really make a difference for them? Well, that problem's permanently going to go away because all we have to do is answer 3 questions. We're done. We've answered everything they need to know, right? So forget that problem. Here's the second reason we don't like to close, and we don't want to sound like a real sleazy salesman trying to close. You know, the sleazy salesmen that try to manipulate people by saying things like, any 3-year-old could see this as a good opportunity. Do you all have a problem with that? Or, don't you love your family? I mean, you try to manipulate and force people. This is not being fair. That's trying. What we really want to do is what? Give them a choice. The rest is up to them. So here's some closes you can use that you might find comfortable. The first close is taken from a world-famous book called Turbo MLM, written by a world-famous author, me. And it's the $1 million close. For those of you who've read the book, you already know it, but I'll just review it real quick here for the rest. And it starts off with the word well, W-E-L-L, comma, what do you think? Question mark. Well, comma, what do you think? Why do you think I asked that question? Yeah, because I want to know what they think, or else I'd ask a different question. Right. Yeah, they're adults. They can make up their own mind, ask what you think, and they're going to tell you. That seems fair, doesn't it? Wouldn't you like to be treated like an adult? Well, what do you think? But you might say, I'd be bored doing that close all the time, so would you like a couple other closes you can use for a little variety? Here's the second one. And, A-N-D, that's, T-H-A-T apostrophe S, it, period. Not too high pressure for you, is it? Here's another one you could use. And the rest is up to you. Period. There's 3 closes. Is that enough to get started with? There you have it, the complete word-for-word template for how to do a 1-minute presentation for $100 a month. What I'm going to do right now is do a couple quick examples. I'll run through. I'd like you to follow along with your notes. And you're going to notice that I do nothing special, nothing fantastic, nothing innovative, nothing super intelligent. You're going to see that all I'm doing is filling in the blanks. Are y'all ready? So let's start with the nutrition one. I might start off by saying if you'd like to earn an extra 100 pounds a month, you need to be able to do what? These 3 things. Number 1, continue, recommend, and promote things just like you always have. You know, like your favorite person for your lawn or garden care, or good CDs or music, or maybe even your favorite TV show. Just recommend and promote things like you always have. Number 2, we're in the nutrition business, and we sell these wonderful antioxidants that help build your immune system so when everybody else at work has the colds and flu, you can laugh in their face. And your kids always have to go to school because they're never sick. Number 3, all you have to do is pass out these little audio tapes that explain how these antioxidants work and eventually accumulate about 7 or 8 families that say, hey, we want to be healthy and we don't want to worry about colds and flus again. And then you would earn an extra 100 pounds a month. Well, what do you think? All right. Let's do another one. Let's do air filtration products. If you'd like to earn an extra 100 pounds a month, you need to be able to do these. Number 1, continue to recommend and promote things you like, just like you always have, like your favorite sports team, favorite brand of automobile, favorite brand of beer. just recommend and promote things like you always have, or maybe even just your favorite place to go shopping where things are on sale. Number 2, we're in the air purification business, which means we show people how to have fresh, clean air inside their home, not like breathing the stuff that smells like it came out of a coal mill, right? And they can do that for less than 30p a day. And number 3, all you have to do is loan 2 people every month an air purification filter so they can try it for themselves. And then you would earn an extra 100 pounds a month. And that's it. We all know what kind of business we're in? How much money we can make? What do you have to do to earn that money? How many people here really have enough facts to make an intelligent decision to say yes, no, or ask a question or two? Pretty simple. Well, let's do another one here. If you'd like to earn an extra 100 pounds a month, you need to be able to do these. Number 1, continue to recommend and promote things just like you always have. You like your favorite movie, favorite restaurant, favorite places to go during the weekend and have a great time. Number 2, we're in the, what kind of business this time? Telecommunication business, which means we have really cheap long distance rates. We have cool pagers in multiple colors. And we have an internet service that's just as fast as the competition, but a whole lot cheaper. Everything works just the same, except when you get your bill in the mail, it's a lot smaller. And number 3, all you got to do is simply help about 15 people fill out a simple 1-page form so they get smaller bills in the mail also. And then you earn an extra 100 pounds a month. And the rest is up to you. That's it. What do you think? Triple close. How many people here follow along with your notes and say, this isn't too hard? You're probably saying, this is so easy I could do it myself. So guess whose turn it is this time? Here's what we're going to ask you to do. Grab somebody next to you, in front of you, behind you. If nobody will talk to you, do what? Eavesdrop on somebody else. What we're going to do here is grab the person next to you, and you're going to say this. If you'd like to earn an extra 100 pounds a month, you need to be able to do these. Go through your notes. You can write off your notes, use your clothes, and see how it works. Everybody grab a partner. Let's begin. Okay, let's see how we did here. Everybody have a chance? Let's do a little survey. Number 1. How many people here had a little bit of fun? Hey, number 2. How many people here were a little bit nervous? Hey, you know why? It's the first time we did it. Second time we do it, though, we're going to feel nervous. Third time, nervous. Fourth time, maybe a little bit better. Fifth time, piece of cake. Sixth time, do it in our sleep. But once we do it a few times, it gets easier and easier and easier. So that's pretty normal. At least you're human, right? We feel nervous. How many people here heard a pretty good 1-minute presentation? Wow, that's great for the first time, isn't it? Who would like to share your 1-minute presentation with the rest of the group? That keeps the hands down, doesn't it? There we are. All right, so let's start right up here. Just turn around, just yell, or here, grab my microphone here if you like, and just say if you'd like to earn $100 a month, you need to be able to do these things, all right?
If you want to earn an extra £100 a month, all you need to do is these 3 things. First is don't change. Just continue to recommend and promote things like you always have done. Things like movies, restaurants that you like to go to, your favourite radio station, etc. I'm in the telecommunications marketing industry. I provide telecommunications solutions for small to medium-sized businesses and residential customers. In short, we save people money. All you have to do is find 15 to 20 people who would like to save money on their telephone bill and find somebody else who would like to do the same. And then you earn an extra £100 a month. Can you see yourself doing that?
Let's give her a hand. Excellent. I just hate it when they do it better than me. Who else like to volunteer? Another example. Go ahead. Same industry? Okay.
If you'd like to earn an extra £100 a month, you need to do just these 3 things. Number 1, don't change. Just carry on recommending and promoting just as you always have done. Things like films, books, a favourite restaurant, a favourite television programme. We're in the telecoms business, which means we offer free local calls and money-serving call services to residential and small to medium-sized businesses, enabling our customers to continue using their current BT phone number and have a cheaper bill every month. And all you have to do is find 20 customers who would like to save money on their phone bills and find a few people who would like to earn some extra money. And then you would earn an extra £100 a month. Is that something you can see yourself doing?
Let's give her a hand for volunteering. Excellent. Oh. Anybody else like to volunteer with a different industry? Yeah, come on up, all right? All you have to, you use your notes. All you have to say is if you'd like to earn an extra 100 a month. You want a microphone?
No, sorry. Oh, go on then, if you're desperate to get that microphone here. All right, well, if you'd like to earn an extra £100 a month, don't change. All you need to do is quite simply refer people, like you've always done, recommend things like CDs and radios and various things, holidays. We're actually in the feel great business. We help people lose weight and get paid for it, and they feel great. And if you'd like to know how to earn that extra money, all you'd simply do is just find 6 people who'd like to do the same thing, lose weight, feel great, and get paid for it. The rest is up to you.
Hey, let's give him a big hand. All right. Hey, these are great, aren't they? Just for first times. How many people here believe now that you can give a complete entire presentation and do it in just 1 minute? See, it doesn't pay to be skeptical, does it? Because once you learn the skill, it is easy. Well, here's some interesting things about a 1 minute presentation. Don't be shy about trying them out because, well, look at it this way. If you give a 1 minute presentation, what is your prospect going to be thinking at the end of the 1 minute? Yeah, I can do that. If that's all there is, you know, I could do that standing up in the bar. I could do it standing in line at the store. In 1 minute, I can tell the whole story to everybody. I don't need a flip chart, video. I don't need the whole thing. I mean, I can just do that. It's very normal. Non-confrontational. When I pick up my kids from school, I could talk to somebody else pick up their kids at school. 1 minute, tell them the whole thing. And isn't that what you want people to think, that they can do it? How many people have ever had this happen? You're standing in line somewhere and somebody asks you what you do for a living, and you're thinking, where do I start? Do I pass them out a business card? Do I pull out the video? Do I loan the tape? Do I talk about the product? Do I call my sponsor? Where do I go? You know. But now, in 1 complete minute, you can tell them the entire story. That's kind of a relief. Now, what if somebody was a prospect and you give them a 1 minute presentation and it's a terrible presentation? It is a bad presentation. It's an awful 1 minute presentation. Well, look at it this way. It's over with in 60 seconds. Something else I've learned is a really bad 1 minute presentation is always better than a great 30-minute presentation. And if your presentation is unbelievably awful, you know what your prospect's thinking? I'm going to make a fortune. Look at you. Well, there's more about this 1 minute presentation. We're going to cover when we come back from break here. But I want you to think about this one thing. A lot of people are thinking, oh, wait a minute. If we can do the whole presentation in 1 minute, then how come of our opportunity meetings are so long? Good question. Well, let me tell you why your opportunity meetings are longer. Let's say tonight there's an opportunity meeting starts at 8. You have somebody drive down from Oxford. It takes, what, an hour, 15 minutes to come down? Something like that. Come down to the opportunity meeting. They get here, and the meeting's only 1 minute long. How are they going to feel? Especially if they arrive 1 minute late. So opportunity meetings are longer because people expect them to be longer. So you're going to have to fluff it up with something. How many people here can think of some fluff or show them a picture of a company window or something to bring it up to 5 or 10 minutes to make it worthwhile, right? Yeah. I'm sure most of us can think of maybe get somebody to do a testimony or something to fill up time in the opportunity meeting. But we can do it all in 1 minute. Now, how's this going to impact your business? Oh, wow. We're going to cover that when we come back. We're going to learn how to do one for £500 a month, £3,000 a month. It's going to be a lot of fun. But first, we're going to do a break. Before we do a break, a couple quick things. We're only going to take a 15-minute break, which is how long in MLM time? Half an hour, something, all right, maybe 20 minutes, whatever, so people go outside for a cigarette and fresh air. By the way, how many people here have got at least one good idea so far this evening? How many people here think you can set an appointment with almost 100% of the people you talk to? How many people here think you can give them a complete presentation in just 1 minute? It doesn't pay to be skeptical, does it? So here's what we're going to do. Let's take a quick break. When we come back from break, we'll go right back to work with some more skills. Fair enough? All right, let's have a great break. Well, let's take a look at some common questions, because people always ask me, is it that easy? You give them the 1 minute presentation, they just throw money at you, and I say, yeah, it happens that way most of the time. No. Usually they ask a question or two. Now, if they ask questions, here's my philosophy about questions. I believe if people ask questions, it's polite to answer them. And if your answer disqualifies them, that's okay. It's just not for them at this time. Fair enough? So all our job is to answer questions as honestly and straightforward as we can. We don't have to learn special rejection and manipulation, analysis, neurolinguistic programming techniques. All we do is just answer the questions as honestly as possible, and if our question disqualifies them, that's okay, because we're not here to manipulate them to join or sell them on joining. Just let them know the facts, and the rest is up to them. They're adults. So, what kind of questions? Somebody might say, well, what's the name of your company then, huh? Well, tell them, what are you going to tell them? The name of your company. And if they reply by saying, oh man, I can't join any company that starts with a vowel or a consonant, that's okay, you're done. They say, hey, let's go to a movie, let's go bowling, let's do something. We're done, correct? It's over with. Is that a relief? Yeah, I don't have to learn all these things. I mean, you don't want to go back. They're adult. They made up their own mind. You don't want to go back and say, well, we're coming out with a brand new alphabet next week, and they're going to have some things that aren't vowel and consonants, and this kind of falls in that category. No, it's over. Give them a break. They made up their mind. It's done. Our job is not to make the decisions for them. We're not responsible for that, only to give them the information. Well, what other question could they ask? Well, oh, yeah. How about this one? So how much does it cost, huh? Well. Now, why didn't I put that in the presentation? Because if they're not going to join, they don't even know it's going to waste their time and my time. If they are going to join, yeah, they're going to ask. Piece of cake. Well, they ask you how much it costs to get started. What are you going to do? Answer it. I mean, how long can you keep it a secret? They're going to find out eventually, aren't they? I mean, they're not going to be your business 3-4 years from now and says, oh, so that's how much it costs to get started. No, they're going to find out right away. So tell them right away. Here's a way of answering it. I know there's lots of different businesses here, so I'll just pick a generic way. They say, well, how much it costs to get started? You're going to say, well, it's not like opening a shop in a shopping mall or something like that. It's not going to cost you 50,000 pounds and a mortgage on your house. It's going to cost you 200 pounds. And that pays for your distributor kit, all of your training in this secret decoder ring. You're done. You just tell them. And they say, oh, man, there's no way. You know, why should I pay 200 pounds? I can get a McDonald's franchise for 100 pounds. What are you going to say? Let's go shopping, bowling. You know, we're done. I mean, if that's their business sense, you're going to have a long way to building them, aren't you? Or if you say, well, you know, they say 200 pounds, there's no way I'm going to have 200 pounds. I'm not going to have that for another 2 weeks. What are you going to say? Yeah, we'll get started in 2 weeks. Meanwhile, you know, let's go catch a movie. We're done. Now, is that refreshing? Would you like to be treated that way? So all you have to do is answer the questions as honestly and straightforward as possible. And people say, well, wait a minute, I want to work long distance. Can I do this over the phone? How many people here can see doing this over the phone? Yeah, now I'm not the world's greatest phone person. For that, you're going to have to listen to Hilton Johnson. This guy is a phone monster. You know, he can make Wallet sucked right through the telephone. This guy's really good. But on the phone, well, I'm not comfortable over the phone. As you notice, I don't carry a mobile phone. I don't even have a home phone number. We have one phone line into our home, and it's permanently forwarded to my wife's cell phone. I don't do phones. I'm on the phone, like 3 minutes later, my palms are sweating, I'm nervous. And I'll speak in front of a group, I'm just kind of phonophobic. I just don't like the phone. Anyway, my company has a little joke about me. They say, and I'm not this bad, but this is what they say. They say, never get Big Al on a three-way phone call with a prospect. Because not only will the prospect not join, but your distributor will quit. I don't think I'm that bad. But over the phone, this would even work, even if you weren't very skilled. Let me give you an example. Anybody here ever make a cold call or call a referral, something like that? Let's see how it would go. I'd pick up the phone and I'd say, hello, is this Mr. Referral? And the person says, yeah. Well, hi. Your name was given to me by a former friend of yours. Ah. And boy, do I got an opportunity for you. Can't you hear me chewing my food? I'm having dinner. I can give you a complete presentation, but it would take an entire minute. When could you set aside a whole minute? It's going to take me a minute to finish chewing and swallowing. Do it now so you never call me back again. Even if you're bad, this works. Pretty amazing, isn't it? So if you don't like the phone like me, maybe do something like this. A lot of people say, well, Big Al, do you do 3-way phone calls? And I says, not if they can catch me. So let's say I'm out one day and somebody finally finds me and they give me the phone and says, hey, Big Al, I got a hot prospect on the line. And I told him you're going to tell him all about our business opportunity. What do you think I'm thinking? Just kill me now. So here's what I say. Well, Mr. Prospect, if you'd like to earn an extra 500 pounds a month, you need to be able to do these 4 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the rest is up to you. Let me get off the phone. In case you have a question, too, you can ask Mr. Distributor. Thanks for your time. Bye. Click. 1 minute, it's over with. I'm happy. What's the prospect thinking? Boy, I can do that. I mean, this guy wasn't even very good. I do a 1 minute presentation. Yeah, I can do this. What's the distributor thinking? Man, I spent like 4 hours trying to find Big Al. I get him on the phone. He talks for 1 minute and hangs up. Man, next time, I'm not even going to bother. I got to do it myself. How many people see a plan? I have a friend named Art Jonek. He likes the phone. Here's how he uses the 1 minute presentation. He gets a new distributor started. He says, well, we're going to start by you making a list of 5 people, and we're going to do 5 3-way phone calls tomorrow night starting at 6:30. So the following evening at 6:30, he gets on the phone with his distributor. They call up the first prospect. Art gives them a 1 minute presentation, asks a question or two. They're on to the next. By 7 o'clock, they're finished. Art can go watch The Simpsons at 7 o'clock on television. He's happy. What about the prospects? They say, wow, that was quick. 1 minute presentation, ask a question or two, done. Great. What about the distributor? Distributor turns to their spouse and says, guess what? Worked a half hour this evening, made a few phone calls. Out of the 5 people we talked to, 2 want to join right away. Hey, let's go have dinner or go out and watch the kids or whatever. They're over with. Remember that free time they promised you? Well, at that opportunity meeting, this is how you do it. Here's another way of looking at the 1 minute presentation. Let's say I come home and I say to my spouse, hey dear, tonight instead of having dinner with the family or playing with the children, instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is get on the telephone tonight and talk to total strangers and try to convince them to join my network opportunity, and I'm going to do it for the next 5 hours. Oh, not only that, I'm going to do it every night this week. So what do you think about that, huh? Now, how well do you think that's going to sell at my house? Not very good. But what if I came home and said this? Hey, dear, oh, dinner in about 30 minutes? Tell you what, let me slip away for about 20 minutes, make, I don't know, 4 or 5 complete presentations and have my work done for the week. How many people can see a completely different paradigm for your network marketing business? And everybody you talk to will be thinking, I can do that. And if you're really bad, they're going to be thinking, I can make a fortune. Whole different way of looking at your business. But you're probably thinking if you'd like to earn an extra 500 pounds a month, you need to be able to do these 3 or 4 things. Remember, we have to answer the 3 questions. Let me give you a couple examples, and then it's going to be your turn. Number 1 is what? Don't change. Continue to recommend and promote things just like you always have. Things like your favorite sports team, your favorite place to buy curtains, your favorite movies, favorite CDs. Number 2, we're in the magnetherapy business. Doesn't get any easier than this, does it? Which means if you have a pet with sore arthritis, limbs, or paws or whatever, and we show them how to get well again, they don't need any drugs. Number 3, all you have to do is find, about 10 or 15 people who really, really care about their pets and maybe want to help others save their pets from nasty shots and veterinarian bills. Right? And number 4, out of all those people, maybe find 2 or 3 that want to really be involved to make some extra income too in the helping the pet business. And then you're an extra £500 a month. Well, what do you think? Let's do another one. I'll give you an idea that, you know what, you have a whole minute to fill here, right? So if you have something special about your program, like you earn a car or a bonus trip or something like that, hey, you can throw it in. You have plenty of time. So let's try this. If you'd like to earn an extra £500 a month, you need to be able to do these 4 things. Number 1, don't change, continue, recommend, and promote things just like you always have, like hot dogs, 7-Up, your favorite sports team. Number 2, we're in the telecommunication business, which means we have what? Cheap long distance, cool multicolored pagers, an internet service that's faster than AOL and a whole lot cheaper. Everything works the same except your bill's smaller in the mail. Number 3, all you have to do is sometime during the month is help 4 people get started so they can earn a part-time income helping their friends save money on their phone bills and internet bills and pager bills. And number 4, you got to take off the last 2 days of the month. You go shopping at the local mall to spend the £500 because you're going to get another £500 like it just the very next month. Well, what do you think? Or you can do it this way. If you'd like to earn an extra £500 a month, you need to be able to do these 4 things. Number 1, don't change. Continue to recommend and promote things just like you always have, like doctors, lawyers, dentists, somebody to paint your house. Number 2, we're in the what business? We're in the health and nutrition business. You sell diet products? All right. So, yeah, we're in the diet products business. We have a wonderful diet product that people drink every morning and help them lose 2 pounds a week and still eat all the ice cream you want. Number 3, all you have to do is find about 15 or 20 fat people that, just kidding. All right. Yeah, 15 or 20 people that want to lose 2 pounds a week and keep it off forever. And number 4, you got to get a passport. Because the company's going to send you an all-expense, beautiful, round-trip, 8-day luxury vacation to Swindon. Well, you need a passport to go there, wouldn't you? And, of course, then you're an extra £500 a month. And the rest is up to you. So if your company has a trip or something, it's kind of a contest, hey, throw it in. It's okay. Or how about this? If you'd like to earn an extra £500 a month, you need to be able to do these 4 things. Number 1 is don't change, continue, recommend, and promote things just like you always have, like your favorite TV shows, favorite radio stations, favorite places to buy beer. Number 2, we're in the what business this time? Now, catalog business. All right. We're in the catalog business. We show people how to order out of a catalog so they don't have to spend all that money to go park downtown and do their shopping with over 3,000 different products. Everything from cleaner to clean their clothes to health, personal, winning lottery tickets, whatever's in the catalog. Okay, number 3. All you have to do is during the month pass out about 200 catalogs. And eventually accumulate, of all the people who see the catalogs, eventually accumulate about 20 or 30 people that like to make a little extra money helping others. Shop at home too. And number 4, you got to sell your car. Because the company's going to put a brand new car in your driveway and you don't want the old one there scratching it up. And then you're in an extra £500 a month. And that's it. So if you have a car program, throw it in. I guess what I'm saying is you got a whole minute. Why not use it? It doesn't take that long to answer the 3 basic questions or to describe what you do. So you already know about your business, right? How to describe it, but you're probably thinking, how do I tell people how they earn 500 pounds? Let me give you some ideas. Maybe to earn 500 pounds, all you have to do is help 4 people get started that month, right? Help 4 people get started is going to help their friends be healthier by having antioxidants in their home. So maybe 4 distributors would do it. Or maybe this. Maybe all you have to do is find about 25 people who want to make their skin look 17 years younger in only 20 seconds a day. Or maybe all you have to do is every month, pass out about 40 videotapes and samples. And at the end of about 6 months, you'll be earning 500 pounds a month. Or maybe all you have to do is find maybe about 30 people who want to save money by buying wholesale directly from the company. Or, there's a lot of ways of doing it, isn't there? Remember, right now they don't want to know the whole compensation plan. So please don't explain it this way. And all you have to do is find 20 qualified customers. Each use 3 of their services down 2 legs through 3 generations. Each will have 2 other people that duplicate the same by signing up on Form A14. That's not what they want to know at this moment, is it? They just generally want to know what they would have to do to earn an extra 500 pounds a month. Maybe all they have to do is find about 40 people with stomach biceps who want to lose 2 pounds a week and keep it off forever. So here's my question to you. What do you have to do in your business to earn an extra 500 pounds a month? Let's take about a 30-second think break and make it simple enough so people get it. Let's be kind to these people. Put it in a way that people get it. 30 seconds. Okay, how do we do? Everybody have what did you have to do? Let's do this. I know you're just dying. You just can't wait to do this presentation, correct? But you've been doing it with your partner. That's nice and comfortable. But when you do it with somebody you don't know, it's a little bit different, isn't it? So when we do it with somebody we don't know, we're going to be nervous the first time for sure. So why not get the nervous one out of the way tonight where it doesn't count? So here's what we're going to ask you to do. If everybody would just simply stand up, unsit. I'd like you to run around and see if you can find somebody you don't know. Run up to them and say this. If you'd like to earn an extra 500 pounds a month, you need to be able to do these 3 or 4 things. Everybody find somebody brand new? If you can't, eavesdrop on somebody else. Let's begin. Let's do a survey. Number 1, how many people here had a little bit of fun? And we did it standing up with a stranger, right? Yeah. You say, wow, this is pretty good. This is pretty easy. How many people are blown away how easy this is to explain your business? You say, wow, anybody can do this. Even my newest distributor can do this in what? Takes them, 30 minutes to learn the whole thing. Just give them a few ideas, have them experience it with you, right? We learned that earlier today. How many people here heard a pretty good presentation for 500 pounds a month? Wow, look at all those hands. And you say, you know what? I think this just might work. How many people here plan on using a 1-minute presentation next time you're on the phone? Well, let's do a real-life survey here. How many people here have ever sent somebody some literature in the mail, like a video, audio? Oh, okay, so just seeing who's working and who's not. Now we'll see who really does networking for a living. When you send somebody some literature in the mail, tape, video, whatever, you call them up a couple days later, what do they always say? Whoa, you've been there, haven't you? Yeah, they're all going to say, oh, I haven't had a chance to get to it yet. Let's take a look at this. If you talk to somebody over the phone and you give them a 1-minute presentation and they say, no, it's not for me, are you going to send them some literature? Okay. If you talk to somebody over the phone and you give them a 1-minute presentation and they say, yep, I'd like to join, are you going to send them some literature? No, they're going to get a kit in the mail, aren't they? All right. So I wouldn't send it then. If you talk to somebody over the phone and at the end of the 1-minute presentation, they say, oh, I have a question or two. Are you going to answer the questions? Yeah, I'm going to answer the questions. Does literature cost you any money? Is postage free here in the UK? What conclusion could you come up with? We're going to save a fortune on literature, aren't we? I can't think of hardly a single reason to send it to anybody unless they're just a nerdy engineer that likes to see what kind of typeface the font was in or something like that, right? Right? So, will we all do that? Yeah, we could all save a fortune on literature. Because if you send people literature, it's pretty rude. Probably one of the rudest things you can do. And think about it this way. You get a pack of literature in the mail, you get a video to watch, and a catalog to leaf through, and a brochure, some testimonials, some sales letter, and you think, man, I got to wade through all this stuff just to find the answers to my 3 basic questions. And what if I go through all this stuff and it turns out I can only find the answers to 2 of them? You know what's worse yet? I don't even know what my 3 questions are. I'm a prospect. Doesn't it seem a lot more polite simply to give them the answers to the 3 basic questions over the phone and save them all that time? How many people here have ever told somebody, just read this literature, listen to this tape, look at this video, and go through our website? And they don't even know what they're looking for. You can save a lot of money, but more importantly, you can save time for the prospects. And most literature simply delays the decision-making process. Because you can tell them the whole story in 1 minute. Looking at all the shocked looks in your face, you're thinking, what am I going to do with all that literature? I don't know, save it for training, right? But, we talked about training earlier today, didn't we? Give it to the toxic waste handler. But we're going to save a fortune, and that's going to save your new distributors a lot of money. And you're thinking, wow, everything is changing in my world here. But if you'd like to earn an extra £3,000 a month, you need to be able to do these. Well, 4 things. Hey, you've got to work harder now, right? Yeah, you got to do these 3 or 4 things. Number 1 would be what? Don't change. Continue to recommend and promote things just like you always have, like your, what? Favorite sports team, favorite style or fashion, favorite book to read. Number 2, we're in the what business today? We're in the skincare business, which means we have a wonderful moisturizing product that makes your skin look 20 years younger in only 17 seconds a day. Costs less than £1 a day to use. Number 3, all you have to do is sometime in your lifetime find 4 people who feel the same way about the business you do. They want to have a full-time income or really good part-time income. Now, you don't have to find all 4 right away, just sometime in your lifetime. Pace yourself. 1 a month, 1 a year, 1 a decade. Now, why would I say this? Well, for £100 a month, you could probably retail it. For £500 a month, you could retail it or maybe take care of quite a few distributors, but you couldn't possibly babysit that many distributors to earn £3,000 a month. You're probably going to need some leaders. Not liters like in petrol gallons, but liters. All right? For those of you who don't understand Texan. You need to find 4 leaders. So what we just finished doing is telling our prospect, find 4 leaders. But that would be unfair because do they have any idea what a leader is? No. So to be perfectly fair, what we're going to do is describe it in a way they understand by saying you need to find 4 people who feel the same way that you do. Want to have a full-time income or really good part-time income. Now, do you have to find all 4 people right away? When? Yeah, sometime in your lifetime. 1 a month, 1 a year, 1 a decade, your choice. Isn't that a great... By the way, if you have 4 leaders in your downline, how many people here think you could probably earn £3,000 a month? All right? Oh, you're probably thinking, why did I choose 4 leaders? You know why? Because I had to pick a number. I mean, your business could be 2 or could be 5. I don't know. So don't get hung up on how many. Just pick a number that makes sense. Maybe in your business you only need half a leader, about that tall. Whatever it takes. And number 4, between you and everybody you talk to, and everybody that they talk to, and everybody that they talk to, forever and ever and ever, you eventually accumulate about 300 people who want to make their skin look 20 years younger and keep it that way forever. Now, what have we just told them? They're going to need about 300 people that are either distributors or product users that's going to use the product. And isn't this a great way of explaining network marketing? You don't have to use generation sponsors and roller, upline, downline, all these things they don't understand. You just say between you and everybody that you talk to and everybody that they talk to and everybody that they talk to forever and ever and ever. We have to say it in a way that they understand. We only have a minute. And I think this is a great way of explaining network marketing, like we talked about earlier today. When you say residual income, what does residual mean to most people? Yeah, leftover stuff that nobody wants, right? So what we want to do is between you and everybody we talk to, and everybody they talk to, and everybody they talk to forever and ever and ever, great way to explain multi-level, multi-generations, all rolled up in one. And then we're going to say, and then you would earn an extra 3,000 pounds a month. And that's it. Well, what do you have to do in your business? I think we have a pretty good example here. Maybe in your business you say, wait a minute, you have to have 300? Or did I just pick a number? Just pick a number. It could be 297 in your business, 318 over here. Or maybe in your business to earn 3,000, all you need is about 25 reps that like to get out of the house one night a week and do a home care party for their friends. Or maybe all you need is, well, I don't know, what do you need in your business? So many distributors, so many leaders, or so many people using the product. What do you need in your business as a way of explaining how to earn 3,000 pounds a month? Let's take a 30-second think break, write down our answer, because we're going to get a chance to practice this one. 30 seconds. Okay, everybody have a chance to write it down? If you didn't, that's okay. We're going to start anyway. So here's what we're going to do. I'd like everybody to stand up. That's unsit. Everybody ready? Let's all stand up. Look around the room. Find somebody you haven't met before. Run up to them and say, if you'd like to earn an extra 3,000 pounds a month, you need to do these 4 things. Let's begin. Okay. Let's have a seat. Well, how do we all do on this one? Let's do a survey. Number 1. How many people here had a pretty good time doing this? Number 2. How many people here had a pretty good presentation? Number 3. How many people here think if you gave somebody a 1-minute presentation in person or over the phone that they're more likely to get on your conference call later on? Yeah, because a lot of people invite people on conference call, and it sounds like this, you know. Well, tonight when you get home, don't visit with the family, don't have dinner, whatever. Instead, call this long-distance number and listen to a 1-hour sales pitch. Not a very good way, right? But if you gave them ahead of time the complete 1-minute presentation, and they say, yeah, it sounds pretty good, I'm kind of interested, I have a few more questions, would they be more likely to be on that conference call? Absolutely. And then during that conference call, guess what's going to happen? They're not listening like an ordinary prospect, like, where's the catch? What's going to happen? How long is it going to last? When's it going to be over? They're thinking it's like training. Man, I can use this in my presentation, this in my excellent. Go longer if you can. Would it work the same for an opportunity meeting? Absolutely. So when you give people a 1-minute presentation ahead of time, it's kind of a polite way of letting them know the whole story. Then they can go to an opportunity meeting, which is really a training session. Or get on a conference call, which is really a training session. What I'd like to point out, there's a lot more things about 1-minute presentation, but the big thing that you're going to notice is your entire experience is going to change. And problems you had in the past are going to magically disappear. And people ask me questions like this. They say, you know, Big Al, so how do you get people to come to an opportunity meeting? And I said, well, what do you mean? He says, you know, like you talk to people and they say they're going to come, but they don't show up. So how do you handle that? And I say, ooh, don't know. Doesn't happen. I mean, you give them a 1-minute presentation, right? And they already know if they want to come or not. And they say, whoa, wait. Well, how do you handle it when people say they just don't have time to do the business? Don't know. Doesn't happen. I mean, I did the whole business in 1 minute, and they say, man, I can fit that in. So a lot of the questions and objections you heard previously aren't going to happen. Most objections are really phony excuses, right? But they are designed to prevent having to go to a business presentation all night or to listen to a long 2-hour sales pitch. Correct? Some people say, well, how do you handle people saying, well, isn't this a pyramid? Or other objections. I said, gee, don't know. Doesn't happen. When I say I can give you a complete presentation but take an entire minute, when you decide a whole minute, you know what they're thinking? Man, I don't want to give you an objection. No, I don't want to give you an objection because it might take you longer than a minute to answer the objection. Can we all see a massive change in our business? Wait till you try it. You're going to notice how prospects are friendlier, how distributors say, wow, I enjoy doing this business. And you never have to worry when you're in the shopping line and somebody says, so tell me a little bit about your business. You can give them the entire presentation in just 1 minute. Well, to quickly review, tonight we learned how to get an appointment with almost 100% of the people. How many people here think you can do that? 2 sentences, write them down, give them to your new distributors. Second thing is, how many people here think you can do a 1-minute presentation? For those of you who were here earlier today, when you get home, please don't do this. Please don't work out a real wonderful 1-minute presentation. Write it down, typeset it, put a nice little frame around it, and give it to your distributors. Because they're going to have a set of really good notes, right? That they will what? Never, ever use. Instead, get them to experience the 1-minute presentation. Put them on a 3-way phone call and say, just listen, don't breathe. You give a 1-minute presentation, and they can hear and experience how the prospect says, you know what? Sounds pretty good. You know, so how much it costs to get started? Or ask a question or two. Or the prospect says, nope, not for me, but thanks a lot for keeping it short. Or how the prospect says, yeah, I got a minute, go for it. Let them experience it. That's how they're going to learn it. Well, I appreciate everybody coming out today because I know it's been a long day for a lot of you. There's a lot of other things you could be watching on television, right? But how many people here think as a leader, and you had to be a leader to be here, ready to take your side this time, how many people here as leaders think you got at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skills that you can use right away to build your business? All these skills are designed to work better when you use them. Now, earlier today, I started off by saying having a great attitude is nice, strong belief in your business is nice, setting goals is great, being motivated is wonderful, being positive is excellent, but what? They don't work in real life unless you have some skills. You have to know exactly what to say and what to do. As you know by now, I'm pretty passionate about learning skills. Say, take all your time and effort that you can to learn as many skills as you can. So don't miss training seminars, or if you find a good way of doing it, hang around with the upline, do it. Learn a skill, what they say and what they do.